little steps, heel to knee, toe to knee. Why do I keep saying heel? Just trying to open up our ankles a little bit. All right, and then you could try to go backwards. It's kind of like knee up. Your knee will be down, and then as you come back, your knee comes up, and then your toe will be down. All right, and then the next one, your heels will be down, and then you'll be squatting, or like crouching is fine. But you're gonna try to like lean forward so your heel comes up on one side and you're on your toe, and then kneeling to the other side. And if your knee comes all the way down, that's great. But just kind of keeping your knee tracking toward the same direction as your toe as you push it towards the ground. And if your hands are on the ground, that's fine. Again, this is really about your hips and your ankles, so just opening that up. All right, now this time you're going to take that knee and drop it towards your other heel. And this is actually kind of hard to do on a mat because it's sticky. But it helps if you can kind of twist your... And again, if hands are down, that's totally fine. Just trying to open up your hips a little bit now as you twist your knee towards your other heel. And then this next one, you're gonna do the same thing, but now we're gonna point this trailing toe and sit back onto your heel. And give it a little smush in your ankle. And then you can switch to the other side. And again, we're gonna point that toe, sit back on your heel, so you're squishing your ankle a little bit. And just switching back and forth as you feel. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and sit on your butt. And we'll take this top leg and just crisscross like a windshield wiper. We'll just do like 5. And then we'll switch to the other side. And then we'll switch again. So another set of like 5 per side. Okay, and then we'll be doing some glute bridge stuff next. So we'll be laying on the mat or on the ground, wherever you're at. And we'll just start by, you'll pop your hips up into the air by squeezing your glutes, and then let's take your right arm and reach way over your left shoulder, and so you kind of get this little twist at the top. And then back down. And then hips up, switch to the other side. Left arm over right shoulder. And we'll just do that again until you've done like about 5 per side. Okay, then just rest a second. And then this next time, we're gonna just do one leg. And so what we'll do is you'll have your hips are gonna be up high, and then you're gonna kick your leg out, and then you're gonna bend your knee and pull it to your chest, and then back down, and then we'll switch. So like kicking your leg straight out, and then bending your knee and pulling it to your chest. You know, it's not gonna get all the way there, but that's okay. It's okay. Kicking your leg straight, and then bending your knee, pulling it to your chest. And same thing, we'll do like 10 total. Oh, nice job. Okay, I think I was gone for a second, but I can see Sam's doing the right thing, so maybe I disappeared, maybe I didn't. All right, and so then the next thing we're gonna do, also sorry, I'm trying to make it so that this whole like pillow isn't in my picture, but it's ruining everything. Next time we're gonna try to combine both together. So we're gonna raise one leg and you're gonna twist to the other side. So, if your right knee's up, then your left arm is going to reach over your right shoulder. Arr! You're going to try to stay balanced as you twist across. And then you'll all come back. And so then left knee up, right shoulder across. And so this is really just like about stability and balance. It's not going to look perfect. Everyone's going to look different. And we'll try to do 10 again. And this time you don't have to like kick and then raise. You could just go knee up. That's fine. Knee up. Twist. And then switch. For some reason, I mean, it's definitely harder on one side versus the other. Yeah, it's like I'm kind of like bracing this shoulder and then rolling a little bit onto that shoulder. Yeah. Is like the balance hard or does it hurt? Okay. Yeah. It's okay if the balance is a struggle, but if it hurts, then we can modify it. Oh my gosh, I'm so much hotter inside. Makes sense. Okay, so the last little piece that we're gonna do, I was hoping you could find a spot maybe up against a wall, and I need you to be able to see me. I think, so I'm like leaning up against a wall here, and I'm gonna be on my toes to start. And you're gonna kind of be like crouching down up against the wall. So then as you crouch down, your heels come down, like pushing into the wall, and then standing up onto your toes. And so the idea here is to like crouch down, heels down, and leaning into the wall so that you can like push the wall away and get weight into your heels. So you should be able to like feel a little bit of stretch in your Achilles and your ankles as you're kind of pushing the wall away. And then tippy toes at the top. Heels down, push the wall away. And then for the next ones, try to stay on your tippy toes the whole way down. So using the wall as a support, you're going to stay tippy toes. And like using the wall, you're going to like squat all the way down as low as you can, keeping on your tippy toes, and then standing all the way back up again. And so again, using the wall as you need for balance and support. But staying tippy toes and getting as low as you can. And then standing all the way back up. And just doing like between 5 and 10 of those, your calves will start to be like, that's enough, and that's fine. And then the last thing we're going to try is just no wall, freestanding, tippy toes, keeping your heels up, squatting as low as you can, and then coming back up again. Trying to keep tippy toes and do like 10 of those. If you need to reset, that's fine. So again, just like 10 on your own tippy toes. Whoop. Collecting yourself as you need to. I feel like my internet keeps on disconnecting, so sorry if I'm vanishing. All right, and then once you're done with that, give your ankles a little roll out. Kind of did a lot just now to loosen those up. So a few little ankle rolls can be nice. And also, we're going to use one item today, a one-hand item. So if you need to find that, go ahead and get your hands on one-hand item. And it can be pretty light today. That's good. And make sure you have water and coffee nearby, as always. I got my square dumbbell today. Okay, I feel like this is always not very helpful because I never know exactly how much it weighs, but it's interchangeable. I think this is like 15 or 20 pounds because I have 2 of my 5-pound plates on it, but I don't know how much the thing weighs. I might start using my water bottle or something too because I hate this square dumbbell. And so just to kind of start warming up with our item, we're going to get one hand on your item. You're going to take a nice wide stance, and we're going to do some high pulls. So sumo high pulls, I guess. So wide stance, slight bend in your knees, hinging at your hips, and then you're just going to pull that item up. And we'll do like 5 per side. And again, elbow stays high. The item should stay close to your body. Someone once told me think about ripping your shirt off with the dumbbell. It kind of makes sense. That resonates with me, so maybe that'll help you. And we'll just do 5 and then switch and do 5 on the other side. Nice job, everybody. And so once you've done 5 of those on your own, our next progression is going to be a sumo one arm clean. So you're going to high pull it and then punch your arm through and catch it in the front rack. So high pull, this is going to be where my square dumbbell really might not work, but so far so good. And so we'll do 5 per side. Then after that last clean, let's go ahead and keep it in the front rack. Go ahead and get both hands on your item in any way that makes sense for you, depending on what it is. Get a nice good grip on it in that like front rack, squeezing it to the front of your body. Keep that wide stance, and we're going to do some of our Cossack squats. So down to one side, squatting all the way to that leg, and then switching to the other side. And we'll do 5 per side. And if you want to lose your item as you practice these, that's fine. You can set your item down and do these with no item. Just kind of getting used to how it feels. 5 per side. Either way is good. Okay, so now we're gonna kind of add more layers here. So staying in our wide sumo stance, the next thing we're gonna try is just getting that item in one hand, and we're gonna do like an RDL, but just like contralateral. So your right arm is gonna reach for your left leg in this sumo stance. So just hinging forward towards that other leg, and then standing it straight up. Your toes still stay face forward. Just a slight bend in your knees. You're hinging at the hips towards your opposite toe. And we'll do 5 per side. And again, it's okay to have like a slight bend in your knees, but you're trying to get a little twist through your back as you hinge forward. And again, 5 per side, and each one is alternating. Right arm, left leg. Okay, and so now, you saw this coming, we're gonna do a clean for from the opposite foot that your arm is in. So it's kind of like a contralateral sumo clean. So to this other foot, hinge through, clean it up to your shoulder. And so you can kind of almost get it, you can initiate that pop through your hips all the way from the ground. So you're getting a little bit of that twist as you pull. like starting a lawnmower or something, I feel like. It's like the typical. And then we'll do 5 per side. Oh, you did it? I'm like, here it comes. You're like, what is it? Cool. Yay. Glad I can still keep you on your toes. And so the way we're going to do this complex today is going to be the deadlift. And so you'll do 5. And we're going to try to keep it all in our one hand throughout the whole complex. So it'll be like 5 of the deadlifts and then 5 of the cleans. And then 3, 4, 5. And then once we finish here, we're going to finish with our Cossack squats. And we're just going to do 2 per side. So it'll be 4 Cossacks. So it'll be 5, 5. Well, we could just do 4 of everything. 4 of everything. Make it easier. And so then keeping it in the right hand, so not with both hands this time, you're going to do your Cossacks 4 or 2 per side. And then you'd switch hands. And so again, 4 of everything. So 4 of these cross-body sumo RDLs. And then 4 of our cross-body sumo cleans. And then 4 of our alternating Cossacks. And then rest. And between sets, we'll do, let's do 16 leg lifts. It's kind of like a number 4 also. And so laying on the mat, your back will be flat on the mat, and you're just going to pick your legs up into the air. And so we'll do 16 of these, nice and slow and steady. If you want to make them a little bit spicier, you can hold your item up over your chest as you do these. But that's optional. And then, yeah, after you've done your 16 leg lifts and you feel like you've had some rest, we'll just do another round of our item complex. And we'll keep our number at 4. And we'll just keep working through the complex as you feel. And then in between sets, you'll do your 16 leg lifts. And we have like 6 more minutes to do this. So you can probably get 2 more sets in if you want. Or you can just keep resting. That's fine too. And so it starts with 4 of these cross-body sumo RDL. Four cleans. And 4 Cossacks. And those 16 leg lifts between your sets with your rest. Okay, time for another set. Like 2 more minutes for this part, so if you want to keep going, go for it. I totally messed up the complex on the last round when I wasn't narrating it. if I'm not narrating it, I'll mess it up. one more minute for resting or finishing, whatever you want. And for the last piece today, again, if you're still working on it, it's totally fine. I'm just going to talk while you're resting and finishing. We'll have a 12-minute time cap. And so you'll have a chance to just work for 12 minutes and get through as much work as you want. And it's just going to be 2 movements. So you don't have to memorize a whole bunch of stuff, which is nice. And you'll just increase the reps each round. And so it'll be kind of like that format we've done before. Again, just talking at you while you're resting and stuff. We're not going to rush into this yet. Gotta find my... Oh, Amy, I have a stopwatch for you. I saw you want one. So, we'll figure out. I'll drop it off or something at some point. Anyone else wants a stopwatch? I have others. And so, again, keep resting, but I will show you what we'll be doing next. So you have your items still. And this time, we're going to squat and then press. And again, if you have a ceiling issue, which I might have, maybe, then you can do your squat. And so we're going to do them on each side. So, for example, if I was doing this not squat plus press, and I was going to do 1 per arm, I would just do my squats first on each arm. And then I would go ahead and just take a kneeling position and do my presses from here, 1 on each side. But squat plus press, 1 per side, will be like the first round. And then the next round would be 2 per side. The next round would be 3 per side. The next round would be 4 per side. And so same thing, you could do squat plus press 4 times, or you could do 4 squats, then kneel and do your 4 presses. Again, once you would get to the 4th round. And then the other thing that we're going to do is like a V up, so feet to hands, except you're going to alternate right arm, left leg, and then switch. And so that would be the first round, 1 per side. And then the next round it would be 2 per side. The next round it would be 3 per side. And we're just going to go and get as far as you can for 12 minutes with the squat plus press and then the alternated crisscross V-ups. Questions? Hi, Phoebe. Yeah, sorry, I was also, my ceiling is kind of short, so my demonstration wasn't that great. But you're going to squat, and then as you come up, press and finish up overhead. And so you can use the momentum from your hips to pop it up overhead. That's the part that I'm not demonstrating too great because depending on how this is twisted, it's hitting my ceiling. So, but you can use your hips to pop it up overhead. And again, that may be something like where I'm probably going to end up doing the kneeling version just because I don't want to throw my square dumbbell through the ceiling. But those of you doing the kneeling version, it may be a little bit tougher on your press because you don't have that hoist assist coming out of the bottom. But at the same time, like, you won't be experiencing the same sort of fatigue as you're coming out of the bottom as some other folks are. So it'll just be slightly different, but it'll still be good. I see some claps. Okay, cool. Do y'all want to start? Yeah? Okay. So it's going to start with the squat plus press, or again, like squats, and then a kneeling press, which is the way I'm going to do it. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and easy this first round, just 1 per side. That's nice. And then 1 per side, same thing on our V-up. And then straight into 2 of everything. welcome. We're halfway. 90 seconds left. One more minute. Seconds.